Hey guys, Bridge here, and in this video we're going to continue our design system. Now what we're gonna do in this video particularly is we're going to create another set of buttons and these are going to be some buttons which are going to have success states and error states and things of that nature really. So let's go ahead and the very first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to duplicate this right here. So what we're gonna do after it is we're going to add them, or actually what we're gonna do is we're simply going to copy and paste them right here and then. And basically what we're gonna do is we're going to create a secondary button before we create the other ones. So basically we need to have a look again at all the different properties, and we want to decide where to have these type of buttons. So in this case we have the blue, baby blue and white. So we're going to create an orange version of these buttons. So let's go ahead and let's select and let's actually deep select by using Shift and Command the different different blues here. So let's go ahead and let's create maybe a tint such as this one, not too dark but not even too light. So we're just going to add some more buttons into the equation really. So here we go, and let's still add these elements. Just going to duplicate it and bring it. Okay, for whatever reason, whenever I'm starting to drag in them, they're essentially doing this this other thing. But yeah, okay, that's fine. We managed to do it. And now what we need to change is, instead of the blue, we need to say orange. By the way, this is a series that we started quite some time ago, and I want to remind you that I have the initial videos in the playlist. So if you haven't checked out the very first videos, feel free to do so, since you can follow along, and this is going to be available, meaning this entire system is going to be available for free, since yeah, we're simply building them and then I'm going to give it away for free. So if you're interested in getting it once it's done, definitely either let me know via message, or I'm going to leave it in the link description probably. So yeah, just in case I forget, do let me know. And yeah, here we have our other set of buttons. So technically speaking, I go here, put the button, can select orange now, and I can select all of the different variations of this orange button. So we're good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and let's duplicate this. I'm going to have this green as a reference, and actually let's select these guys right here. So all of the orange, let's duplicate it and let's bring it right here, making sure that they are all under the bottom variants. And I mean, these ones can be outside of the bottom variant, since these aren't really variants in and of themselves. So that's that. And let's go ahead and let's change this color, and let's make a darker version of the screen as well. Now we're going to change the color to green, so basically from orange to green. So let's go ahead over here and let's create this differentiation, and let's go and just do it one by one, easy peasy, no biggie. Here we go, here we go, green, green, And we're pretty much set because we've already done all of the hard work, if you wish, earlier on. And we can simply leverage all of the other settings that we have by default. So if you go back in our frame, which we're using simply to as reference, you can see that we have now also the green button, and we can decide all of those elements right there. All right, so far so good. Now let's duplicate it one more time. Let's create a set of red buttons so that we can have an error state as well. So let's go ahead and let's change the color of this button to red. And yeah, let's just change it up, change the color just a bit. We don't want to make it go too much towards the violet, but not even too much towards something darker. So let's go ahead here, let's change the color, let's make it darker, and here we go. All right, let's make this red, or let's change this one to red, and this one as well. And let's go on one by one. Red again, red this one, and step by step we are definitely getting there. So yeah, we have these new variations. So as you can see, even when you have a design system set up, you can easily add these variations pretty fast. Didn't really took all that much time to add. So once you do the hard work, the work up front, you're going to be able to leverage that work later on. And probably I want to have a little bit more of white space in between over here. So I'm just going to bring all of these elements a little bit more on the left. Just make the width bigger. Let's have this one here more towards the right. And I think we are pretty much set. All right, so far so good. And yeah, we have our new buttons. Another thing that we can consider doing is something like changing the icons right here. I mean, we could potentially have different ones for the success states. So even having like, I don't know, one of these guys instead. And yeah, just trying to make them in line. And actually let's make it white. And yeah, can potentially do that. Just going to select these guys, add these icons. It's all with the auto layout anyway, so you can easily change this stuff around. And yeah, for these ones, I think we can simply like change the rotation. It would be pretty much good to go. Now, by changing the rotation, as you might have seen, we're also making it a little bit bigger. So that's something that we could potentially change if we basically, if you have like a smaller area, we can tweak the inner part of the button, meaning the auto layout and all those things. But yeah, I mean, overall 45 degrees angle, you can simply keep it for the time being. I mean, this is not like going to production anytime soon. So one thing that you can do is simply like slightly tweak the auto layout in this specific case. Maybe like, I don't know, 8.2, 8.2. Just give it like 2 pixels less. And I mean, actually, it should match the other ones. So if you go here, rulers, we want to try and match these guys. So we do the things properly. Simply need to kind of like match it slightly. So maybe 6.7 and 6.7. Not ideal to have like these half figures, but you know what I mean. And also here, probably just a little bit less, like 8.1, 8.1. Maybe let's just keep it 8. So it's even better. It's a rounded number. That's pretty much it. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I want to remind you that I recently launched a course on how to get started in UI UX design. So feel free to check it out if you're interested in that topic, and we're going to continue this design system in the very next videos.